Okay.
So yeah, that's our ordering of who's the best IOI derivative group.
Yep.
In our opinion, each of us. So I guess we can go into topic 3, which is Andrew's. It's a bit different, but yes.
All right, so I'm surprised it took us this long to get to this topic, but I kind of wanted to talk about Korean esports, I guess in general. I guess just to start it off, it's pretty fitting because literally just this week, just this Monday, Starcraft Remastered came out, and as we all know, like for the longest time, Starcraft was the national sport of Korea, basically, where
Starcraft was the first esport.
Yeah, Starcraft was the first esport. Like it's crazy that esports is such a big thing now, where you're getting like multi-million-dollar deals and it's on TV or whatever. Where like in 1999, they were showing this on OGN in Korea, which is insane. Like just to think of that, where OGN has been around that long now.
Yep.
Like, and again, we don't have any like paid gaming channels in that sort of
What
sense.
is OGN? Online Gaming Network?
On GameNet is basically is basically
so Online
where,
Gaming Network.
Yeah, on GameNet is their one of the channels. There's a bit of there's
it's a TV channel. It's not online.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's
they show online gaming. They show online gaming is what I mean.
Yeah, so they'd show like Starcraft, they'd show Brood War, they'd show League of Legends, they'd show like Vainglory, they'd show everything on there. Like anything that's anything that's an esport is an esport over there, basically.
I can't believe Vainglory is popular there because it's for your phone.
Vainglory is
it's a MOBA for your phone.
But no, from what I hear, it's pretty popular in Korea, and it's a pretty solid game from what I hear. Where it's a lot more simplified than something like a League of Legends or a Dota, but it's still pretty.
From what I understand, like when girl idols or whatever say they play a lot of video games, a lot of times they mean they're playing mobile games.
Well,
like in America, we think of them as two different things.
It's
two different things. Mostly like core gamers, I guess. But like even people who are like regular gamers still consider like mobile gaming Korea the same.
100%.
Yeah, because
it's just when you get like Jisoo who has a PS4 and plays Bloodborne.
Yeah. Again, that seems to be a rarity. Like throughout all of Asia,
except they all play Overwatch.
Yeah, we're basically
everybody plays.
Like all of Nine Muses plays Overwatch. Like a
one guy in Brutus 101 was like a top 10.
I think it's because of the characters.
Yeah, because D.Va. They almost all play D.Va.
And I mean, because because Blizzard has such a storied history in Korea any game there, almost every game there is popular. Because I mean, WoW was popular there. I'm pretty sure. How about Diablo? Diablo's the only one I don't know if it was that very popular in Korea.
It doesn't have any competitive aspects, so I think that's why.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure there have been some BlizzCons where they had like Diablo 2 like PvP. I don't know how that works, but I mean they still have WoW PvP at BlizzCon. So
do they play Hearthstone?
Definitely. Oh, definitely. I mean, anything Blizzard pretty much is popular over there. It's been interesting to see this if we did this topic like 5-6 years ago, though, it'd be such a different sort of thing where
you're just talking about StarCraft all the time.
Yeah, StarCraft is like StarCraft 2 was like the name.
I was gonna say that was when StarCraft 2 was popular.
Yeah, StarCraft 2 was at its peak when especially when Nate was over there. That's when WC were they doing WCS at that point already, or
I don't think so.
Because it was
still just GSL.
Yeah, because they didn't start that. I don't think they started that until after League of Legends started their whole like circuit sort of thing. So because it just used to be like regional tournaments or like OGN stuff on Korea.
Well, yeah, it was pretty much GSL was the big thing, and because I went to GSL championship, and I think they were getting like 40 grand if you won GSL. So. And there was
pretty good.
It was like
back
one.
then, that is.
Yeah, it was like one a season. So. Because I watched a like 13-year-old kid win it against MVP, like one of the best Terran players in the world.
Well, I mean,
a 13-year-old kid beat him. Oh my god.
He was like really young. He was the youngest person to ever win like a big StarCraft tournament. I think. I was like, well, he paid for college.
Yeah. It is really sad to see what sort of become of the StarCraft 2 professional scene. Like, again...
Well, I guess League of Legends sort of like kicked it off its throne.
Well, I mean, there was a point where they coexisted where like again, where StarCraft, where I guess sort of season 3 of League of Legends is when League of Legends started to overtake StarCraft, because again they were still holding like a lot of ESL tournaments and everything or whatever, but that's when League of Legends sold out the Staples Center or whatever.
Okay, so it was Life, Lee Seung Hyun. He was born in 1997. So he's a year older than Jacob.
Wait, 1997? Yeah, he's a year older than me.
Yeah.
So I was 12. So
2012.
Imagine me when I was 12 winning StarCraft 2 in the world stage.
Yo, how did a 13-year-old have
and
like
that
high
year?
APM?
Okay, so the crazy thing is, in 2011 he won $600 overall from tournaments. In 2012 he won $122,000.
Wait.
Oh my god.
So his name is Lee Seung Hyun.
Yeah, Lee Seung Hyun.
He has the same name as Seungri. Oh my god.
Life. He goes by Life.
But again, it's sort of sad to see what happened to the StarCraft 2 professional scene. It's just again,
it's dwindled a lot.
I think it might revive a little bit from remastered. So
that's the thing is though, this is
not a huge way,
remastered.
Remastered.
Here's the
StarCraft in general.
Here's the question that people have been posing, especially because is StarCraft Remastered going to be able to build a following outside of Korea? Because again,
no, probably not.
Yeah, because that's the problem.
Either.
Because I mean, like people talk fondly of Brood War, but usually people talk fondly of Brood War in Korea, where Brood War was a national sport for almost a decade. So like again, it's so interesting though how like everyone's just starting to slowly trickle back down to Brood War. The other thing is though, Brood War is a lot more mechanically demanding than StarCraft.
The skill ceiling is way higher.
Yeah, that's why again, like a lot of Korean, like the highest or the best Brood War players, not all of them were able to easily transition into StarCraft 2 because it's just very different. It's very different sort of game. I mean, Nate, I'm sure you'd understand that better than I do, having played StarCraft for way longer than I have.
Yeah, it's completely different. Most of them didn't do nearly as well. Like all the legends never really got. I mean, part of that is they were old. I mean,
that's the thing.
Esports people, they were in their 30s at that point, so all the newer players that were winning were in their teens. And so like it's kind of whole teaching an old dog new tricks type of thing is like they're so used to Brood War that hard for them to pick up something that feels completely different, even if it's the same type of game.
The only exception would be possibly I'd say this is easily considered the greatest rivalry in all of StarCraft. It'd be Flash versus Jaedong, which Flash versus Jaedong was interesting because they started off in Brood War, but then it sort of transitioned to StarCraft 2. But again, them playing them because for whatever reason, I forget who hosted the Brood War tournament, but like literally just this year they had a Brood War tournament and Flash and Jaedong went in the semifinals and people waited like 9 hours to see them get in. Like it was on it. I was watching the VOD for like research or whatever. It was on it. The game started at like 7 o'clock at night. People are there till like since like 9 in the morning or whatever. Because that's how storied this rivalry is between Flash and Jaedong. They're just some of the best StarCraft players in the world. So.
Yeah, it's either Flash and Jaedong or Boxer and Yellow.
Yeah,
those are the two like big rivalries because Yellow always lost. He was forever second place, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not really.
He's on a lot of variety shows actually.
I feel like being second all the time is worse than just flat out losing sometimes. Yeah. Because you're always like, I know I can get first, but I just can't. I can, but I can't.
Mm-hmm. Also, they had for military enlistment, they had an Air Force pro team, so that all the pros could keep playing during their military enlistment.
Wait, did
they have the Air Force?
Did the Air Force team compete in the what was that team competition that they had? I forget the name, but because there was a team competition where Evil Geniuses and Team Liquid shared a roster.
Oh yeah, that was a part of I think team like GSL Team League.
Yeah, which is amazing. Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Again, considering they didn't that wasn't really that all too common, especially in Starcraft is mostly just like
yeah, they just didn't have enough players in Korea to form one team each, so they just joined together.
Yeah, basically, which is insane. But yeah, I don't really know too many of the Korean players because again, most of the people I know is people I saw. Like the only time I've ever watched a Starcraft event is at 2013 New York Comic Con. They had an ESL event like on the show floor, and I got to watch Naniwa play a game. Like he was the last non-Korean left in the tournament. Everyone else was Korean. So
yeah,
is that person Japanese or American?
No, he's
like, Swedish, I think.
Yeah, Naniwa's Swedish. Yeah, so
well, I was just assumed he was Japanese. His name was Naniwa.
Naniwa,
like,
yeah,
Nani?
Naniwa.
Yeah, he's Swedish.
But no, it was so insane getting, again, this was my first like exposure. I'd have heard of StarCraft at that point, but it was my first exposure to it really. Like, again, I didn't really like understand too much, or like besides the basics of your base is getting destroyed, or construct more pylons or something. But
I still have no idea how to play StarCraft.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated if you're trying to learn
okay, so that was actually Pro League that they joined together.
Okay.
So it was a separate team. EG Liquid. They formed combined player rosters in order to compete in Pro League.
Was Huck on there? Was Huck on the team, or was that before?
No, Huck was inactive at the time, I guess.
Okay.
It was Hero, Tasia, Oz, JYP.
Taja's probably one of the only people I know. Yeah, there's someone named JYP.
His name is Park Jin Young. That is his real name.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So he goes by JYP.
I'm assuming that's
why not.
I was assuming that was why he named himself that.
Yep.
It's the same.
Yep. Same name. Why not?
But it was such a surreal experience to go, because the stage like you could go around to the back and you could see like a practice area for all the players, and just seeing like how fast they were on a keyboard. Again, like professional Starcraft, they have ridiculous APM.
Oh no, it was insane. Yeah, no, and the whole setup for the finals was insane. It was in this like really, really fancy theater in Gangnam.
Okay.
Like, what is APM? Is it like altercations?
Actions per minute. Okay. So pretty much how many different things you're doing at
clicks and keyboard presses you're hitting.
Yeah, because like in Overwatch, Diva was a StarCraft player, and she says
to raise my APM.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, because in Overwatch lore, Diva was a former StarCraft professional, so.
Yep. And then she was recruited by the military.
They recruited all the pro gamers to pilot the mechs because they obviously have experience.
Who would be better to pilot them? I mean,
exactly.
The pro gamer Diva, but again, like I guess
she's also a K-pop star.
Yeah, that's also a K-pop star.
Why not?
Why not? Everyone is. So yeah, transitioning, I guess, more into League of Legends. Again, it's amazing to see just like how much money is infused into the Korean esports scene, where you have Samsung has a team.
Oh yeah.
SK Telecom has a team.
Or SKT, yeah. I don't know if LG actually does have a team.
LG used to have a team, or I don't know, but like Korean Telecom, KT Rolster is a team.
Yeah.
You have KT and SKT.
Yeah, that's right. They call it in League of Legends, in LCK, but basically they call it the Telecom War whenever it's SKT versus KT Rolster in the finals.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, or you have Jin Air. You have a freaking airline sponsoring a team. Jin Air Green Wings. It's so insane. Like all these all these just like big name literally Chibble companies that have money in esports.
Though it makes sense though that it's the companies and then the name of the team, because it's like that for normal sports too.
Yeah,
there's like the LG Twins and whatever.
Yeah, exactly. All their baseball teams are LG Twins and that type of stuff.
Yeah. So they're used to that in traditional sports as well. But I used to watch a lot more Korean League of Legends, because how I first started getting into like professional League of Legends was during my winter break. In 2013, I'd watch OGN, because before they had instituted like spring split and summer split, there used to be a winter split in LCK. So during my break, I'll just wake up either early or I'd stay up till like 6 in the morning just to watch all the OGN games, and that was when Monte Cristo and Doa were still the casters for like they're two well-known personalities in OGN. But yeah, no, and then that's where I first I was already into K-pop by then, but it was so insane because this is how like I guess low-key it was. During their commercial breaks, they just play K-pop songs. That was where I first heard Crayon. That was where I first heard, or no, they played I Got a Boy during then. I was so, and like the Twitch chat was so hype. The Twitch chat was so hype. Like it's like everyone was
I got a boy on my chin. I bet they're all like like spamming that.
No, everyone is spamming I Got a Boy chicken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chicken.
And I Got a Boy N-word because it's Twitch chat. Anyway, but no, I missed that though. Because there's no more winter split, so I never really get a chance to, and I don't have winter breaks anymore because I'm not in college anymore.
Yeah, I watched LCS last year, and that's it.
I mean, it's hard to keep up with LCS.
Casually watched it too.
I mean, so. I only watch Team Liquid nowadays because it's suffering. But anyway, no, but. God, like Korean League of Legends is on such a different level to like everyone else, where like they take it a lot more seriously. I mean, not necessarily not that people over here in the West don't take it seriously. It's just that they're a lot.
Well, that's why they're so much better. Is because they're like I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna train until I get this perfectly
they actually
right.
Train.
You know.
Yeah, and I mean it was considered like a respectable profession way before it was ever considered a respectable profession here too either though. And when we go to Korea, I need to see some type of like eSports final because they hold it in like the best spots where like they have I don't know if they still do this, but they have sometimes they have the LCK final like on the beach. Like straight up like they build a stage on the beach and they have like 10,000 people show up. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing in that Blizzard just put out like a little small documentary about Starcraft 1 and like Korea and stuff. And they talked about one of the tournaments in like Busan on the beach for Starcraft 1 had like 200,000 people attend.
That's crazy.
That's watching this tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
it's whenever I hear about it, it's either there or at the Korean War Memorial something. I don't know, like some venue in Seoul obviously, but yeah, no, they were selling out stadium again for the League of Legends Season 4 World Final. They sold out the Olympic Stadium. Olympic Stadium, which is what, like almost like 80,000.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
They're selling out football stadium sizes just for League of Legends, and again because there were two Korean teams playing, so
yeah,
that's why it was. Oh wait, no, actually no, it was Season 4 World Championship. For LOL. No, it was Samsung Galaxy, because this is when they still had two teams. It was Samsung Galaxy White.
Yeah, they have white and black.
Yeah, no, blue. It was Samsung Galaxy White and then Samsung Galaxy Blue, but then they made it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew they had two colors.
Because that was back when because they used to have sister teams in League of Legends, but then after a certain point they banned having two teams, so they had to consolidate.
They had to combine them.
Yeah. Because there used to be like a Zubu Blaze and a Zubu Frost, or Najin White Shield or Najin Black Sword or something they like LCK teams just or like Korean like League of Legends teams had such the coolest names.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't exactly know how popular Overwatch is there competitively, but I know they do have like the best. They have the best players over in Korea.
Yeah,
and, I
mean, watching on the World Cup on Twitch and stuff like that. Man, everyone's scared. When they interview, everyone's scared to play South Korea. Like, they're like, who do you not want to play against? Chinese Taipei, South Korea, and China. Like,
because South Korea has so many good teams that they basically they have to consolidate like all of them on one good team. Though again, that's sort of the detriment because Overwatch League, there's only one Korean team, so like it might be a League of Legends situation where Korean players have to play for an American team.
Other teams, yeah.
Yeah, that's really common. Where basically either this has happened before, where the former support for TSM, I believe we talked about this a long time ago when we talked about military. The former support for TSM, Lustboy, the reason why he took a position, or he took the TSM support slot, is that he would delay his mandatory service because he was playing abroad. So
yep.
Yeah, like a lot of it's lucrative, and obviously you get to live in America, you make a decent amount of money or whatever. Though it's hard to compete with the Chinese esports organizations because they're throwing around like millions of dollars, because they have, like, in China they have straight up like billionaire investors, or like the top 10 wealthiest people in China like invest into esports.
Yeah,
I mean, it's starting to get that way, I guess, in America. Like, people are like people who own basketball teams are starting to own esports.
Yeah,
teams
again, like Team Liquid, like my the organization I'm a fan of, Team Liquid, they have part owners of Disney has a stake in Team Liquid. The owner of the Golden State Warriors has a stake. The owner of like the Washington Capitals has a stake in Team Liquid. Magic Johnson, like, again, a lot of like really famous people have. There's that picture of Magic Johnson wearing a Team Liquid jersey. It's so insane.
It's I like to see that.
I just remember when they were a tiny Starcraft team too.
Well, yeah, Team Liquid started off as like a Brood War message board.
Yeah, exactly. And I like followed them as a Starcraft 2 team, and that was it. And then I remember when they added like League of Legends, and now they just do everything, and all these crazy people.
Yeah, just today, Team Liquid announced that they're building like an actual like facility where they'll have like special.
They can train and stuff.
Yeah, like they're having a training. They're building a training facility where they'll have like.
Oh, they just announced this today. What? I like went to their website and they have a whole map, and they're talking about like a kitchen and stuff.
Yeah, no, like there's a meme that like, okay, one of the owners of Team Liquid is Steve Arhansett, and basically he was a former Team Curse player, which turned into Team Liquid. So he's co-owner of Team Liquid with Nazgul. So there's a meme that's paid by Steve because they have a lot of money, so everyone's just thinking, oh, he's just paying for the best players. Because there was a split where Team Liquid had Double Lift, who was one of the best AD carries in all of North American League of Legends. So
he's TSM now, right?
Yeah, because he was originally CLG, went to TSM, then he took a split off, but to like make himself not rusty, he took like a couple weeks with Team Liquid. Anyway, yeah, so they're building this whole training facility and all this sort of stuff, and they're building one in like Europe as well for the Dota 2 team and for the Hearthstone players. But it's so weird that they've moved away from Starcraft when Starcraft was their bread and I guess again, because I mean again, Kespa or a lot of the Kespa teams shut down, or like they.
Oh well, yeah. Kespa had so many problems, so many like cheating problems and stuff, like rigged matches, and so
yeah. I mean, like,
why do people think they'd get away with that kind of stuff, like cheating and
they got away with it
so
for a while.
Easy to spot.
Kespa's kind of a nightmare.
Yeah,
but like a lot of the teams, because as far as I know, in Korea, at least how it was, you're only allowed to compete in like StarCraft if you were somehow aligned with Kespa. And when Kespa was like, basically, okay, we're not doing StarCraft, the scene just they cut off the life support basically, which kind of sucks because if there's no StarCraft scene in Korea, there's no StarCraft scene around.
There's no StarCraft scene,
at all. So
all the foreign players went to Korea to play because that was the only place you could make money.
Yeah, no, like with a lot of like high profile esports, people go to Korea, like they boot camp in Korea just to like with League of Legends because you have better solo queue in Korea, and I mean because they have nice internet and you could just go to a PC bang and like play or whatever.
Yeah.
Another thing we haven't talked about is Sudden Attack. That's the
Sudden Attack.
Again,
I don't think that's an
want
e-sport,
it in America.
No, they have it's an esport. Like I keep seeing pictures of IU performing at the Sudden Attack Champions League.
Oh well, no, yeah, like idols perform at their stuff. Yeah, I mean,
give me North American release so I can play as like. Give me North American release so I can play as like Tiffany and just shoot people.
That's literally all I know about. Is I found out about it because of Twice.
But it's interesting to see that more because Korea isn't really known for its shooting game or like FPSs. It's usually just like strategy games or whatever. But they're starting to. They're slowly
RTS
starting to get there.
MMOs.
Yeah, they're slowly.
Well, Overwatch is gonna help with that.
Well, yeah,
as well.
Overwatch definitely, because again, Overwatch is not as intense as like most FPSs where you just need to be like. But I mean, MVP sent a Korean CS:GO team to a major one time, so they're slowly starting to get there. Again, it's really hard for them to qualify for anything because again, it's just. You can't really get that much good.
It's not their stuff, you know.
It's really hard to get good practice for CS:GO in Korea, I'd assume, because most people are either playing Sudden Attack or some other strategy game that's not.
Maybe Lawbreakers.
Well,
pick up.
they also have Counter-Strike Nexon that they.
Yeah.
Made for
Oh
Korea
yeah, they have the weird
Yeah.
free to play. That's the thing. They have a lot of unique free to play versions of game.
Yeah,
like they have a Need for Speed game that's only in Korea and it's free to play.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I honestly, I'm curious to see if Lawbreakers does better because it's published by Nexon. Like if it does better.
I mean,
over
maybe,
there.
but is PUBG popular in Korea? Because it's.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Blue Hole. It's a Korean studio.
Yeah, it's literally a Korean studio, which is so unique. But again, I don't know.
Yeah, it's made by the same people who made Terra, which is an amazing Korean MMO that I played a lot of.
I think I never really gravitated to Korean MMOs because God, they're so grindy. I don't have time for that nonsense.
Well, for most of the time when they localize it, they make it less grindy for.
Yeah,
like
we were like with Maple
Story.
Story. I had my whole topic on Maple Story, so.
Oh God.
But yeah, I guess
you're sitting there grounding for hours
Yeah.
on a 2D game. You're like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I covered most everything about Korean esports. I guess I'll go into more specific topics as need be, because I know it's going to come up eventually when, I don't know, when either something with StarCraft happens or when something with League happens. But yeah, I guess I just, in celebration of StarCraft or Remastered coming out, which I still have to play more of, I've only made it through like the first 4 or 5 levels of the Terran campaign, but I'll get there eventually, and I'll learn how to play multiplayer. But hopefully, if I play online, I might get wrecked by like some Korean guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only ones playing.
You know, probably they love
Pretty
like
much.
man. Brood War is more popular than I don't know, esports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it better or worse than IOI?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't hate
worse.
I don't hate IOI. I don't hate
I like
this
the name.
Or
IOI, it's just
Ideal
IOI.
of Idol.
Ideal of
Which
Idol.
is
Well,
what
then,
IOI
if you,
stands for.
Ideal
Okay,
of
that's
Idol
horrible, though.
just sounds
I like it. It's just IOI.
Yeah, if it's just IOI, I'm okay with it. But Ideal of Idol just sounds like they're trying to copy Ace of Angels.